Hello everyone, this is Sharda and you're watching Dugani Sisters. Today I'll be continuing with the geometry. So before starting it, if you're watching my channel for the first time, do subscribe and click on bell icon to get the notification of my latest video. So let me start. So the basic geometrical figure is point. Now what is a point? Point is nothing but it determines the exact location. It determines exact location. Yes, and it is denoted by capital letters. So let it be A or C, D. Yes, I repeat once again, point determines the exact location and it is denoted by capital alphabets. So next one is ray. Now what is a ray? Ray is nothing but it has, so ray has one starting point and other end is extending. It is not constant, it is not, we don't have an exact definite length of it because it does not have end point. So ray determines only one end point and other end is extending. Whereas line segment, now line segment is an shortest distance between the 2 points. Now I can reach from M to N in many ways. From this is one way. Now this can be one more way, this can be one more way, or this can be one more. So this line segment is determined as shortest distance between 2 points. Yes, so line segment is the shortest distance between 2 points. So let me explain next one. Now next one is line. Now what is line? Line does not have any end points, both ends is extending. Because both the ends are extending, we cannot find out the length of it. So it can be also said as straight line. So next one is intersecting lines. Now what are intersecting lines? Two or more lines meeting at a point is called intersecting lines. For instance, now this is a line PQ and another line RS. Now these 2 points are meeting at a point, so these 2 lines are called intersecting lines. And the point is called point of intersection. Point of intersection. I repeat once again, 2 or more lines meet at a point are called intersecting lines and the point is called point of intersection. Next one, parallel lines. Now two lines maintain the same distance all over, and they are not meeting, they are called parallel lines. So you can take an example of railway track. So these 2 lines, even though you extend for to larger extent, they are not going to meet. So parallel lines are not going to meet at any point. The distance between them will be same. Next is perpendicular lines. Now perpendicular lines are two lines meeting at a point by making an angle 90 degrees. Now intersecting lines, just before I have explained, now two lines meeting at a point are called intersecting lines, but whereas perpendicular lines are two lines meeting at a point by making an angle of 90 degrees are called perpendicular lines. So these perpendicular lines are also said as intersecting lines, but intersecting lines are not said as perpendicular lines. So the next one, now next is polygon. Now what are polygons? A closed figure formed by line segments is called polygon. A closed figure formed by line segments is called a polygon. Now example, it can be triangle. So triangle is a closed figure formed by three line segments. Yes, 1, 2, 3. It can be a right angle triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle, but triangle has only three sides. So a closed figure formed by three line segments is called triangle. Next you have a four-sided figure. So you have a square, a rectangle, you have a trapezium, a parallelogram, rhombus. Yes, so these all are a closed figure formed by four line segments. So we have a general name for it as quadrilateral. So in the same way, five-sided polygon is called pentagon. A six-sided polygon is called hexagon. Seven-sided as heptagon. 8 octagon. 9 nonagon. So nonagon, and 10-sided polygon is called decagon, and so on. Yes, I repeat once again, a polygon is a closed figure formed by line segments. So in this, triangle is the basic figure formed by line segment with three line segments, and quadrilateral is a four-sided polygon, and pentagon is five-sided, hexagon is having 6 sides, heptagon 7, octagon 8 sides, nonagon 9, and decagon has 10 sides. Yes, so let me continue with the next one. Now let me explain what is side, vertex and diagonal. Now let me take an example of a figure, that is, I have taken a triangle with three sides, that is A, B and C. Now what is a side? Now a line segment, that is AB is a line segment, BC is a line segment, and CA is a line segment. So these are called sides of a triangle. These are called sides of a triangle. Now here, what is a vertex? Vertex, two sides meeting at a point, so that point is called vertex. So A is a vertex. So triangle has three vertices, that is A, B and C. A is a meeting point of C, CA and CB. So this point is called vertex, and here AB and BC are meeting at a point B. So B is a vertex and C is a vertex. So triangle has 3 vertices. Next, diagonal. Now what is a diagonal? Now diagonal is not possible for the triangle. So let me take a 4-sided figure. Now for instance, this is A, B, C, D. So here we should learn what are adjacent angles and what are opposite angles. Now to A, the adjacent angles are, A's adjacent angles are angle B and angle D. Whereas for angle B, adjacent angles are angle A and angle C. For C, adjacent angles are angle B and angle D. Next for D, angle A and angle C. Now if we join other than the adjacent angle, then it is called a diagonal. Now to B, adjacent angles are A and C. So I am joining this B to D. So this BD is called a diagonal. A line which is touching the other than adjacent side is called a diagonal. A line which is other than the adjacent points, if it is touching the other than adjacent points, it is called a diagonal. So a 4-sided figure has 2 diagonals, that is BD and AC. AC is also called diagonal. Yes. So let me continue with the next one. Next is angle. Now what is an angle? As I explained you just now, so I am considering a ray, that is OA, and the next one is OB. Now OA and OB are rays and they both are meeting at a point O. So this O is called vertex, and OA and OB. So the symbolic representation of a ray is OA, and above you have to keep a symbol of ray, and OB are rays. And because these 2 points are meeting at a point, there is an angle formed between them. So here an angle is formed. So angle, it can be represented as angle O or angle AOB. Why I am representing in this way? There is an angle between AOB. So the near O, it is a vertex and there is an angle formed. So here this OA and AB also called arms of an angle. I repeat once again, when 2 rays meet at a point, an angle is formed. So here angle is represented as angle O or angle AOB. Angle O is represented as angle O or angle AOB. Hope you have understood. In the next video, I will be explaining the types of angles. So if you have understood, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.